What is your opinion on people getting hookups from the back room of thrift stores and flipping for profit? Wow.
Well, obviously that's shitty. I do have. There is one customer who gets stuff. Who works at Goodwill. Stuff will come in. It's usually stuff that they don't want or it's untested.
Okay.
He can get it for a cheap price. He gets it. He brings it to us. He usually only tries to bring us stuff that he knows that we want. We test it. We check it out. We look at it. We give him credit for it, and that's how he gets stuff from us. It's a fairly. That's the situation.
Usually no games, just consoles?
Huh?
Just consoles, no games?
Usually consoles. Every once in a while it's games, and it's never anything that's worth like an insane amount. So I guess I don't feel like super bad about it. I mean, at this point, we're talking about a place that knows what it's worth. He's getting it for a fraction off. He's getting a fraction more in credit, and he just lets it build up. I do feel like that stuff needs to go. I'm more of the opinion, because I even do it at work, that stuff needs to hit the floor and it needs to be given a chance to the customer. Generally, if something comes into Luna that I want, I'll let it sit on the shelf for a week and see if someone buys it before I'm like, no, I'm taking this. Now, if you are finding a Musha in the back and then you're flipping it for hundreds of bucks, that's different than a guy who's getting a copy of Double Dragon 2 for a few bucks and then getting a few bucks more in credit for it. I think there's a slight distinction to be made there.
Well, you also make the distinction of, are they allowed to do it or not? Are they just working at a Salvation Army store and stealing stuff out of the back?
Oh, no, I know this guy's allowed to do this.
Because I know someone in New Jersey that was just taking stuff out of like a Salvation Army type of store and just...
Well, sure, that's a distinction to be made that I know is different in this guy's case.
And not just video games, like toys and stuff, and reselling them and having his own like yard sale. And it's just like...
No, like I said, I mean, I hate to keep using this as the example. Most of the stuff he brings us, we test it and it's broken. He's like, well, that's why no one wanted it. And he's like, that's why they sent it. That's why they said I could have it. So I don't think there was anything sketchy going on there.
But I wonder if people are doing this. Maybe someone are at a Goodwill or an AmVet and waiting for it to come in and not letting it get to the front, and then just putting it on eBay and starting their own eBay store with the stuff that comes in. I'm sure people have done that.
Oh no, see, yeah, that's awful. That's totally different.
It's like it's free money. All right, if stuff comes in, these games, a console, I'll just put it on eBay right away. And no one will be none the wiser. Of course, if you have a manager in on it, But I think it obviously depends on if they're allowed to. I have less of a problem with it. But then again, if the money goes to a better place if you sell it in the store, then like a Salvation Army that gives back.
Well, Salvation, different. I'm talking about a straight up Goodwill, but which is still
people get honest.
That's a gray area.